Hey Rosser, and welcome to our political commentary assignment,
where we're debating whether taxes should be raised on the rich in Canada.
So my viewpoint is that I do not think that taxes should be raised on the rich for many reasons, and we actually have opposing views.
And my viewpoint is that they should be because rich people have a lot of money to spare that isn't going around the economy or back to the government.
Okay, so first of all, I believe that it would be a very large issue if we began to increase taxes because of the people who actually have loans. For example, student loans, which most kids our age will need to have in about 5 years, which is really kind of scary, that if the government was to increase the taxes, it would be hard to recover from student debt.
I believe that people struggling with loans and financial instability wouldn't be affected by an increase on the highest tax brackets because the people that are gaining their money to pay back their loans wouldn't be gaining the amount of money to the point where their taxes would be raised. However, the people where the taxes should be raised are in the higher tax brackets than there currently are. This is evident because the highest tax bracket cuts off at $214,000 per year. So people that are making any amount of money over that are taxed the same amount. However, the people that are making even millions of dollars are only giving a third, while they could be giving closer to, say, 40% or even half if it gets high enough.
I do think that's unfair because the people who are making more money, they deserve the money that they're making. They put in more hours, they put in more effort, and they've had more experience to get them to the point they are. So I just think it's really unfair that they're not making the money that they deserve to make and that they're working to make.
And even with the increased taxes, they're going to have more than enough to supply themselves. And the taxes being paid aren't a punishment to them. They're only their contribution back into the government and back into society.
I think that because the lowest tax bracket is only 15% taken away from them, and the highest tax bracket is 33%, I think that is a huge difference already, and I don't think it is fair to increase that because I believe that people shouldn't be punished for working hard and gaining their money.
Well, I think that the taxes they're paying aren't a punishment, and they're only a contribution to the government and back to the development of services around each citizen, and they can contribute back to all the people around them in their community and other communities in Canada. Overall, for that point, I believe that rich people should be contributing more money back into the government as their way of contributing into the services around their communities and around Canada.
I still believe that it is their choice to do what they want with their money, and they don't necessarily have to contribute even more and be forced to contribute even more if they don't want to. If they wanted to, they would.
What's your next point, Sadie?
My next point is that I believe small businesses would struggle with this because with the increased taxes, it would be harder to make money and expand. For some businesses, they need to gain money before they can purchase a warehouse for their business. So if they are saving up money as they gain more and more income, as they work harder and harder to get to the point where they can have this new warehouse, they would have more money taken, and it would be even harder to expand their business.
I disagree with that point because I think the loans being paid off by small businesses and business expenses wouldn't be taxed as much as they currently aren't taxed as much. However, personal gains would be taxed more. I believe that because there's a very wide variety of people gaining very different incomes above that maximum tax bracket, from people gaining around $200,000 to gaining millions per year. And I think the people gaining the largest amounts should be taxed more than they currently are because they can already comfortably provide for themselves and the people around them. So it would be more of a use for them to be contributing back into their community more. Sadie, what's your response to the idea of creating a higher tax bracket in Canada?
I think that's fair, but I just don't think that they should be taxed even more than they should be. I think the 3% increase per tax bracket is good, and it should stay the way that it is because people are happy right now, and we don't need to make any changes.
Well, I believe that more people could benefit overall from the rich being taxed more, as they could still be in very stable financial security.
I disagree because I believe that the rich people can do what they want with their money and donate to whatever foundations they want. In 2010, $10.6 billion were donated from Canadians to nonprofit organizations. If we change the amount of taxes that are taken from the rich people in Canada and given to the government, these organizations would not get the money, and third world countries would not benefit from Canadians being generous. So I don't believe that Canadians who are rich or more wealthy should give more money to the government, not by choice.
Even though we have different views on this issue, we both believe that the government will make a solid choice about this issue and will appeal to the most amount of people.
If I were in the House of Commons, I know that my vote would be to keep taxes the same because they're enough.
And since there are so many people that are educated enough and fit to make those decisions, we both trust the Canadian government to make the right one.
Yes. Thank you for listening to our political commentary assignment. We really hope we get an A because we deserve it. You're like a really good teacher, and I hope you enjoy the bloopers that are coming now.
You're my favorite teacher this semester.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
And I really hope you enjoy the bloopers that are coming right now.
Yeah.
Like now.
In 3,
like
2,
1, bloopers!
Are we? Okay, just go. Stop.
Okay. Hey, Ross.
No! Okay, we're just, okay. That and hot. I believe there's a very wide variety. Thank you.
I've taken so many sips of water. You swear so much. You have a mouth like a trucker. Watch your mouth.
Okay, yeah.
Watch your mouth, my goodness. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You swear like a trucker. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
The same amount.
Is that I believe that the rich, or you should not. Woo, woo, woo. Oh man.
Sadie wants to be a mom.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
You need to actually
Hi, y'all.
go.
No, that's not what we're saying.
No. Stop. We just did.
I want to hit you again.
Okay, owned.
No.
Yeah?
Completely not owned.
Yes, owned.
Not owned.
Hey, let's go.
Disowned. The snow is really pretty.
Okay, no. I disagree with that because...
Ah!
Stop picking your nose.
I'm not. I'm bitching it.
I'm not picking my nose.
Go! Say it! Speak! We're taking up... I don't like that we're arguing.
Just respond.
My foot is numb.
Okay.
Start.
Okay.
I also believe that... I think I need more like facts.
We're on the last sentence of the presentation and you say, I think I need more facts.
Oh! Okay. D. Stop.
To it and like,
Thank you for listening to our political commentary assignment. Subscribe down below.
follow my TikTok.
Yeah, you're a really good teacher.
Okay. Okay.
That was so funny. Bye.